happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
It's time for something different.
There's been enough thinking.
Don't bring up politics. Don't bring up religion.
Don't be so serious about everything.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Let's just chill, huh?
Let's have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Some cheese is blue, yellow too, Swiss and cheddar in front. I like a chunky chunk of cheese. Fontaine is fine when I dine. Food is good, provolone's divine. I like a chunky chunk of cheese. If you should run into a Roquefort blue that's covered in mold, Brie is boss, cream cheese is soft. I spread it on a bagel or roll. Munster too, Parmesan for you. Shredded slice, all great and true. I like a chunky chunk. He likes a chunky chunk. We like a healthy chunk of cheese.
Start the show with a song about cheese. My top 5 favorite cheeses. Number 5, Colby. Number 4, provolone. Number 3, Kraft deli slice cheese. They're Kraft singles, but it's got to be the deli slice. Those are tasty. Number 2, Philly cream cheese. And number 1, pepper jack. Love pepper jack. For me, the best cheese for a grilled cheese is pepper jack. My grandma used to say, to each their own. It is the Evening Edge. We got the live stream up, rolling on Facebook and YouTube tonight on the show. This is great. We've got tickets to give away to see John Mellencamp. He's going to be down at Riverbend Music Center later this summer when it's not 5 degrees. And we're going to give those tickets away with a little John Mellencamp music lyric trivia current events quiz. That's a long title for a feature, but that's what we're going to do. And we also have, this is kind of cool, a $50 gift card to Ford's Garage. Now, I got to be honest, I never heard of Ford's Garage, but this is a place down in Liberty Township, prime burgers and craft beer. So they've got, let's see, Power Up with flavor-packed entrees under 1,000 calories at Ford's Garage. Cruise in for the craveable supercharged bowls and honey chipotle chicken, seared ahi tuna.
Ahi.
Ahi. Oh, you know, it's funny. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, Parker. What'd you say? Ahi tuna. Lemon herb shrimp. See, you thought I was going to say herb. Lemon herb. It's herb. Anyway, this is a place down in Liberty Township. So we've got a $50 gift card to give away. The reason I didn't want you to go anywhere, I was going to talk about this story to begin with anyways tonight. Let me play my official open here. Has to do with animals. I love that. Aha, tuna. That's what it should be called. So Parker, I heard you and Sierra talking about this animal hoarding in Dayton, this story. And I saw this today and I was just not really shocked and appalled as much as one might when you hear about animal hoarding, because I feel like animal hoarding probably goes on so much more frequently than we actually hear about in the news until something like this happens. This happened on January 16th. The Humane Society removed 31 cats and a dog from this house on Old Orchard Avenue. They found the guy living in his car because it was so bad inside, with all the animals, with all the trash, with all the animal feces, in some areas of the house rising to the ceiling. Now, the thing that I wanted to bring up is I heard you do the report. And this is one of those words that people argue over from time to time. Not only did they capture and recover 31 cats and 1 dog, but they also recovered. Go ahead.
Possum.
No, that's not what you said. What'd you say?
I said opossum.
Opossum.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that and I thought, well, I think it's pronounced possum. And I'm not here to ridicule you because I did a quick Google and I asked, how do you pronounce it?
Opossum.
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 Not like a possum, like, oh, it's a possum.
See, what's funny about that is as soon as I said it, I thought, okay, that's wrong. Because I was just it was written as opossum.
But that's how it's spelled.
But that's how it's spelled.
Right,
but,
right.
you know how things go. I just get in the flow of reading and just read what's written.
No, I understand. And don't misunderstand. I'm not calling you out for it because when I looked online, I saw that it could be pronounced either way. Now, I grew up, and this is one of those weird words that if I would say incorrectly, my grandpa would correct me on. Sometimes, like he's long gone, but he grew up in Chicago, Illinois. I would say as a young kid, oh, Chicago, Illinois, right? And he'd get so aggravated because I put an S at the end of Illinois. Now I understand that's the correct way to pronounce it, Illinois. But opossum and possum were one of those words that he used to get on me about. So I'd be curious to know if it's more of like a regional thing. Like, do the people in Tennessee or West Virginia and Kentucky, where there's a lot of opossums, do they call it opossums? Do we Ohioans just call it opossum or possums? Because I usually, if I see a story about a possum, I just say, oh, they removed one possum, not opossum or a possum. I think we've beaten the possum to death here on how we pronounce it. But this whole thing with the animal hoarding, I know that this goes on much more than what we see in the news, right? I think that there's probably people out there who have relatives who are guilty of this. And we've had this conversation before. It's like, at what point does having pets become a hoarding situation? Now, I guess one could argue that if maybe you have 31 cats and you've taken care of these 31 cats and they all have their own litter boxes and they all, get proper medical attention and they all get proper amounts of food and they're taken care of, then I guess you might say, well, it's not really hoarding. Or is it? Like, what is the number? What is the number? In this case, it was just a situation where the animals were confined in cramped cages and traps and carriers, some living on top of layers of its own waste. I mean, it's just totally disgusting. Now, 100% is hoarding. But can you have dozens of animals that are completely taken care of living in your house and you not be considered an animal hoarder? 937-457-1290. And my other question is, I mean, when you think about this, you would assume that the cats were originally pets. You would assume that the dog was originally a pet. Did the possum just move in? Did you just crash the house and say, "Hey, I'm taking up stakes here. I'm just going to live here"? Is that what the possum did? I don't think the possum was a pet. I would imagine there's some place in the world where people keep possums as pets. Kind of a weird pet, but people have weird pets. We got Andy in Miami County. Hey, Andy, what's up?
Hey, how are you doing, Todd?
I'm doing well. So, do you have a thought on the opossum or possum?
So,
or
I used to work at a local nature center, and we would say that yes, opossum, Virginia opossum, is the correct way of saying it. However, possum is still a correct way of saying it. It's just kind of the lazy way of saying it. But Virginia opossum is what they actually are.
Okay, that makes sense.
All bark and no bite. They're sitting there with all those jagged teeth looking at you, just grab them by the tail and pick them up. They're fine.
Really?
Yep.
Parker, you try that tonight when you go home. If you cross paths with a possum, I want to see if Andy is correct. If you could just grab it by the tail.
I'll be sure to do that.
Now, have you ever heard of people keeping these as pets, Andy?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever heard of people keeping a possum as a pet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
really?
They're kind of used to be a really common pet, and there's a lot of in the exotic world. There's a lot of.
Are there exotic possums? Like exotic possums from other parts of the world?
Correct.
Wow. There's like a whole menagerie of possums. All right.
Yep. We do not have the only opossum.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy, for the possum trivia or opossum trivia, such as it is. I appreciate that. 937-457-1290 is the number if you have any comments on that. We've got cars into buildings. We got an update coming up. Parker, were you going to say something? Looked like you had something else on the tip of your tongue.
No.
Good. You're good? You're thinking about twirling that possum around tonight, aren't you? What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Spell it out.
T-O-double-D.
H-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
COVID kitty. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a good weekend. Glad to be back after a day off. And just so you know, there will be no show tomorrow night because we have a basketball game with a pregame starting at 5:30. And I'm going to be taking the night off. So, sorry. Hey, William, how you doing? Twirling the possum sounds like a euphemism of some sort. What are you doing tonight? I'm just hanging out at home, twirling the possum. Oh, my, oh, my. That is wild stuff. Wild. Half the people watching probably have no idea who that impersonation is. Wild stuff. Ed, I did not know that you were a possum twirler. Easy for you to say. Ugh. I think it's more of an impersonation of Dana Carvey doing Johnny Carson. You know, I was just saying the other day. Wild. It's wild. I'm a little goofy today. Little goofy. Hey, Jude, how you doing? Sean Connery. Why, Sean Connery. The name is Bond, James Bond. It's Bad Impersonation Tuesday here on the Evening Edge. I only have like a handful of impersonations that I do badly. I used to do Ronald Reagan. Not well, though. Again, not great. Elvis. I could do Goofy. Well, hi, Mickey. Let's go down to the park. Nah. Not good. I told you they're awful. Are we making spots up? I'm wondering why. Okay.
So we'll have more on that at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up here a little bit after the news, we've got an update on cars into buildings. We also have Taste of Tuesday, and we've got those tickets to give away to see John Mellencamp. He's going to be down at Riverbend Music Center this summer, July 19th to be exact. And we've got a current events quiz to get to. That's all coming up here on the Evening Edge.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I think that might be the shortest segment ever. We had to make up some commercials because President Trump was on today for a lengthy period of time, and all those commercials have to be made up. So here we are. Where is my male announcer? You mean Ron Otto, my news guy? I think he's doing the morning show this week, or at least part of the week. Since Jeremy Ratliff left WHIO, I think Ron's been filling in. Well, the commercials pay the bills. Yep, Jude, he left. Yeah. He went to the Dayton Daily News. Clinton, I've not seen that one. Seen videos of the pole wrapping possums in boxes as prank white. I have not seen that. I'll have to check it out. This one? I don't know if that's it, but oh, there it is. That's it. Here's one. That one's good too. That's funny. You know, I would say, though, if I held a white elephant party and somebody brought a possum into my house, after kicking the possum out, I'd kick them out. Oh, my God. Lily and Luna would go berserk.
If breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me. You better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming to Riverbend, July 19th, down in Cincinnati. John Mellencamp. It's the Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. We have a current events quiz if you'd like to take a John Mellencamp Trivia current events lyric quiz. Be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. We'll talk to Parker. We'll get you hooked up. You'll take the quiz and win the tickets. The fifth caller right now, 937-457-1290. You know, we were talking about the correct pronunciation of the word possum or opossum. And Clinton on the live stream clued me into a video where I guess someone for a white elephant Christmas party wrapped up a possum. And this poor woman sitting there in this large living room with, 20, 30 people hanging out. She opens up the gift and it's this possum and it goes, running across the floor and people go berserk. I think if I had a white elephant party at my house and somebody brought a possum inside as a gift after, kicking the possum out, they'd be kicked out too. We got some cars into buildings. We got an update.
Here's crash your car. In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
So we had two since Friday. This number 7 happened down in Mason, and we do count Mason. It's in Warren County, and that's one of our counties that we service here at WHIO. We have lots and lots of listeners down in Mason. So we count this. 2 people were arrested after a car crashed into the Quatman Cafe on West Main Street. This happened early Monday morning about 4 a.m. The 2 people in the car, let's see, were they? They were arrested. But this isn't the first time a car's crashed into the building. The first time it happened in 2015. Then the owner says they put in some concrete pylons to deter future crashes, but then another one occurred on December 23rd. Only 1 concrete pylon was damaged at that time. And then this last time, Monday morning, nobody was hurt. And there was moderate damage. So that is number 7. And then we had number 8 this morning in Kettering. This was an apartment, apartment unit, Commons of Kettering on East David Road. Cops in Kettering say the driver was pulling into a parking spot. They attempted to hit the brake to stop the vehicle, but instead stomped on the gas pedal and crashed into the north side of apartment A. The crash damaged the exterior of the building, but not the apartment inside. Medics took the driver to the hospital after self-reported chest pain caused by the crash. Well, yeah, I could see that causing, chest pains for sure. And people were asking on Facebook, when did we hit 8 last year? In 2025, we didn't hit 8 until February 5th. So, we are ahead of the curve here. We are ahead of things from last year, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign, but hopefully things will slow down because we don't want cars into buildings. We want fewer cars into buildings. And I'm just here to try to encourage the drivers to do better. That's why we do those reports. All right, we got Julie and Sydney. Hey, Julie, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Now, Julie, I've got tickets to give away for John Mellencamp. Have you ever seen John Mellencamp?
No, but I've heard of his music.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's going to be helpful because this is a current events quiz, and you got to get this right for you to win the tickets, okay?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's get it going here.
Oh, my God. Listen, everybody. It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
A quiz, hot shot. Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Sponsored locally by Titan Graphics. All right. Hello?
Yep.
I'm hearing somebody in the background. Who's that?
That's my husband, Carl.
Hey, can you tell Carl to keep it down a little bit? Just again, Carl, keep it down. We're very, very important radio contest here. All right, so Julie, this is how it works. I'm going to give you 3 questions and 3 possible answers, A, B, or C, and the answer is always
C.
C. That is correct. All right, for a pair of tickets to go see John Mellencamp. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit about his song, Jack and Diane. You know that song, right?
Yep.
It's a little ditty about Jack and Diane. So you have to know the story, but you're going to win anyway. All right, here's question number 1. In the song, what celebrity impression does Jackie do for Diane? Is it A, James Cagney, B, James Brown, or C, James Dean?
C.
James Dean. There you go. All right, here's question number 2. In the song, what is Diane sucking on while sitting on Jackie's lap? Is it A, Jackie's left ear, B, her thumb, or C, a chili dog?
C.
Chili dog, that's right. By the way, they were sitting outside the Tasty Freeze. Okay. All right, here's question number 3. In the song, what does Jackie want Diane to take off behind the shady tree? Is it A, her bobby pins, B, her bobby socks, or C, her Bobby Brooks?
C.
You got it. Julie, have you heard that song, Jack and Diane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what? You are the winner, okay? Hang on the line, Julie. We'll get your details and we'll get those tickets to you. And that's how you play the current events quiz. It is Tasty Tuesday.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you got so big did you fold up this time?
It was tasty, delicious, and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
You know, I love talking about food because it's one of the few things we can all sort of agree on. We may not agree on politics or religion or sports teams, but we all love a tasty meal and a tasty treat, and that's why we call it Tasty Tuesday. I will say, though, one area of food that people might argue about is pizza, as far as what style of pizza. And we talked about this a week or so ago about, types of food that Ohio is known for. A couple of people called in and they talked about the square cut pizza, that is kind of an Ohio thing or maybe even a Dayton thing. I don't know. I think I've seen it elsewhere, but maybe it started here. I'm not sure. But one of the pizza styles that some people really, really crave is New York style pizza. And you know what I'm talking about. It's these gigantic slices of pizza that you can just like fold in half, sometimes, 3 times. They're huge. They're huge. They're huge. And when I was in New York in October, that was one thing that I missed out on was getting a piece of New York style pizza. If I get a chance to go back to New York City, I'm definitely going to do that. But there is a new New York style pizza shop opening up in Dayton. It's the first Dayton location for Mikey's Late Night Slice. And this is going to be opening on January 30th at 4 o'clock down by Day Air Ballpark, of course, home of the Dayton Dragons. It's in the former site of the local cantina, East 1st Street. And this is a Columbus-based pizza chain, but this is their first location in Dayton. Mikey's will feature a full-service restaurant and full bar, and it will have 18-inch New York-style pizzas that are available by the slice or the whole pie. Holy cow, 18 inches of fun. And as part of their grand opening, the first 100 people in line are going to get a complimentary slice of pizza and a T-shirt. Free T-shirts. They say online ordering, delivery through third-party apps, and catering will be available on January 30th. The location will operate for dinner and late-night hours only through the 12th of February, and then lunch hours are expected to begin on February 13th. That's, I believe, a Friday. So there you go. Check it out down at the Day Air Ballpark, right there where the local cantina used to be, but it opens January 30th. Then I saw this. There's a grand opening going on, I guess, here in about 10 minutes. Up in Inglewood. This is the Sweet Tooth Candy. Sweet Tooth Candy. It's located at 7 North Main Street. I guess they opened maybe a month or so ago, but today's their official grand opening. They're located near the intersection of Main Street and National Road. The grand opening event will take place not only at the candy store, but at the nearby Torch Event Center, 12 North Walnut Street. There's going to be face painting, gift giveaways, and a magician. A magician's going to be performing. The Sweet Tooth Candy offers a wide variety of candies and treats. Vintage offerings like chocolate coins and candy cigarettes. I didn't know they still made candy cigarettes. I thought for sure they would have shut that down by now. Can you still get the, I guess you could probably still get the Big League Chew, right? The shredded bubble gum? Sure. Well, if you're going to keep the Big League Chew, the tobacco type of bubble gum, you know what I'm talking about. You got to keep the candy cigarettes. It's only fair. The store is filled with shelves and displays boasting 36 different types of bulk candy and 20 varieties of cotton candy. Holy cow. That's a lot of cotton candy. And 20 flavors of saltwater taffy. Gotta love taffy. And lastly, I heard this morning on Miami Valley's Morning News with Larry Hanskin. The world's strongest beer is called Scottish Beether Fire. Beether Fire. It has 75% alcohol by volume. 75%? And it costs $62 a bottle. And I'm curious if it's available around here. That might be an interesting taste test. Not on the air, of course, because 2 or 3 sips and I'll be out, I bet. Well, maybe not. Parker would be for sure. The beer heats the mouth, numbs the tongue, challenges the taste buds, and offers a malted barley-like finish. Some reviewers find it overwhelmingly strong. Yeah, 75% alcohol by volume. It's Scottish Beether, Beithir, fire. Beether? Does that sound right? Opossum? Beether? Opossum? Maybe somebody knows if you can get it locally.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Coming up.
T-O-double-D. H-O-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Does the reoccurrence of cars hitting the same building count each time? Yes, it does. They are separate incidents. So if a car or if a house gets hit on a Monday and it gets hit again on a Tuesday, we count it. Is wintry wind.
Called, suggested you might find that beer at Jungle Jim's.
Yeah. Well, that's an uplifting commercial. Which I don't know. Which Florida woman's story? Let's see when you sent it. Did you just send it? Oh, yeah. Yep. I got that one. I got it. Sierra, are you going to do that story about the worm in the sweet tea?
Sorry, no, I'm not.
Okay.
We'll have more on that at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Now, to get back to this show. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. I heard in our news earlier at 5 o'clock, there was a story, I guess, from Tiffin, Ohio, where a woman claimed she found a worm in her order of McDonald's sweet tea. I thought that's what gave it its sweetness. Isn't that part of the... Somebody's drinking sweet tea right now in their car going... and by the way, that's not the first time that's happened at that store. Somebody found a worm in their sweet tea previously. So this is, if you're keeping track, it's the second worm found in that sweet tea. We got a quick email I want to get to here.
Back up and jaw jack, and it's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The fan man.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
If you'd like to send me an email, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can message me at messenger at eveningedgetodd. Good afternoon, Todd. I hear you've been looking for a correspondent for the Ferncliff Cemetery in Springfield, Ohio. Yes, I've been looking for one. I've had a couple of people offer, but they don't live right by there. They live, a few miles away. And I think this email might be the winner here. I go there every day and live directly across the street from it. I've seen the notorious fence taken out multiple times. This past summer, I got to watch the whole thing in action being taken out by a Speedy Gonzalez. In recent news, they built a hill, or should I say ramp, to deter cars from going through the fence. However, I don't foresee this working very well, other than just giving the cars a better chance of going airborne. I can continue to give updates, pictures, or videos. Just let me know. Thank you, Haley. So, Haley, yes, you are the new correspondent for the Ferncliff Cemetery. And yes, I know it has its own Facebook page. Whenever the fence gets crashed in, they post pictures. But I would like somebody on the spot. And, Haley, you sound like you're up for the gig.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, folks.
T-O-double-D-H. Double L.
T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
I think so. That's what makes it sweet. Worms. 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 Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Sierra Lawson on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Time for action.
Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
He's my best friend. He's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up this hour, I've got a $50 gift card to give away to Ford's Garage. Prime Burgers and Craft Beer. They're located down in Liberty Township. And they look like they've got some good stuff on their menu. But just be listening when you hear me say to call in. Be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. And we'll hook you up. Also, we got some mail to get to, some more mail. Interesting concept in this email. It's about, I'm gonna leave you in suspense, but it has to do with stand-up comedy and nudity. Yeah, I know. Parker turned his nose at that. We've got an Ohio man story. He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn. So, there are many jobs that people have that where you have to deal with the public, right? And when you deal with the public, you're going to get all kinds of crazy characters that you encounter. And one of the jobs that I think would be probably one of the most interesting for that kind of thing would be car salesmen and car saleswomen. Because anybody can come off the street and say, hey, I'm looking for whatever, and I want to take a test drive. And I would bet that most professional car salespeople know that you can't necessarily judge a book by its cover. Somebody could walk in, maybe look a little disheveled or whatever, but you never know. They could have a pocket full of cash and want to pay cash for their car right then and there. You just never know. Well, I would love to talk to car salespeople about crazy stories of folks coming in to take test drives, because I'm sure that they are out there. This happened in Marysville, Ohio, not terribly far from here. Isn't that like, north of Columbus, I think? Yeah. A man there by the name of Todd Mars was arrested and indicted on charges of abduction and disrupting public services after he went to the performance luxury vehicle store on Coleman's Crossing Boulevard there in beautiful Marysville, and he asked to take a test drive in a Jeep Wrangler. Well, a lot of places, the salesperson will go along with you for the test drive. I don't know if that's just policy or if that's law. I mean, I've taken test drives in cars before where I didn't have a salesperson, but more times than not, you usually have a salesperson there. They go along, I guess, to answer questions, to keep you company, and to put the pressure on you to buy, and also to keep you from stealing the vehicle. That would be my guess. Those are the four key points. Well, this guy is accused of taking a test drive with the employee inside and went and ran his errands during the test drive. Todd Mars, again, that's his name, Todd Mars, and the sales associate stopped at a warehouse near a railroad track where they sat in the parking lot for 5 minutes. The associate told the man to return to the car dealership, and Mars replied, quote, "No, now you'll sit there and wait like a good girl," according to court documents. The associate then tried to call a coworker at the dealership for help, but Mars took her phone and threw it on the floor. He allegedly then drove to a nearby hospital and picked up a friend and refused to return to the dealership until his errands were complete. He's been arraigned and was given a $250,000 bond. Now, I know crazy things happen when, sometimes when people come in and want to take a car for a test drive. The most obvious is that they get stolen. I remember a story not long ago where somebody I guess they had a job interview and their car wasn't working or they didn't have transportation. So they went to a car dealership and pretended like they wanted to buy a car and asked if they could take a test drive. And somehow they managed to get the test drive without having the sales associate with them, and went to their job interview, drove the car that they were test driving to the job interview. So I know that this kind of crazy thing happens, and I'm sure that it's happened locally because we've got a lot of crazy coots here in the Miami Valley for sure. And we have plenty of car salespeople that have stories like that. I would guarantee it. So if you got one, I'd love to hear from you, 937-457-1290. You can even give your own car dealership a shout out here on the show in exchange. We got some mail to get to.
Pack up the yellow jacket. It's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The family.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
If you'd like to send me an email, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can message me on Messenger at eveningedgetodd. And I am going to, issue the warning here.
Warning. We have young ears present.
That's very adult, Todd.
How salacious.
Here it comes. This is your last warning. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
I issue that warning from time to time when we have stories that might be a little adult in nature. And I know that we have a lot of families that listen to the show, mom, dad, driving the kids somewhere. And I can promise you this is not one of the worst stories, but I'm just giving you a little heads up from your buddy, Todd, your radio friend, Todd. Hey, Todd, I love your show and listen while making deliveries. I know you enjoy stories about naked people. Who doesn't love naked people? That's what she wrote here. I saw this one over the weekend, and I thought I'd send it to you. There's a stand-up comedy show where the comedians do their routine completely naked. Get ready. Gives new meaning to funny bone. Keep up what you're doing. We need it in these crazy times. Bethany in Centerville. Well, that was a good line. Thank you very much, Bethany. I've not heard about this, but she sent a link to the story. And apparently this, shockingly, it started in New York City. It says the naked comedy show leaves nothing to the imagination, is making its Los Angeles debut January 16th. Well, I guess that was over the weekend. The comics will bear it all literally and sometimes figuratively. The stand-up show, which has a cult following in New York City and more recently in Philly, features comedians getting laughs with their clothes on, or with your clothes on. Wait a second. Who wrote this? It was in the New York Post. Well, the gist is this, is the comedians, they go up on stage to do their routine. And I saw pictures of it, censored pictures. But they're standing up on stage, and some of them come on stage completely naked, and they do their jokes. And the crowd watches their routine while they stand there naked, doing their jokes. I've often thought the notion of doing stand-up is a little too stressful. Larry Hanskin does it, and I know he does it with his clothes on. But the idea of doing stand-up kind of frightens me. Now, I come in here every night and do 2 hours. It's not stand-up. It's not the same. I'm in the protection of the studio. The only people that I can kind of see are the folks watching the live stream, but I feel very protected in here. The notion of getting up and doing, 10-minute comedy routine does not interest me in the slightest. Doing it naked, I can't even imagine anybody having the guts to do something like that. I just can't. Now, I wonder if this will ever become a Netflix special. I mean, it is pay-per-view, right? It's kind of like a pay-per-view sort of thing. Probably more likely on Peacock.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, punk.
T-O-double-D.
H-O-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
That just slipped out, Ron. That's funny. Well, what's your name? Pampered Pooch, what's your name? That's funny. Moses. Okay. So do you know Indiana soccer history at all? Okay. When I was in high school, the soccer camp that most of the varsity players went to was Indiana. It was a big one. It was run by Jerry Yegley, who was the coach at the time. I think his son now, Jerry Yegley Jr., might be the head soccer coach. But I just saw them, the football thing, and I saw your sweater. I wanted to go to that camp so bad, but my parents wouldn't pay for me. It was too much. I did get a chance to talk to him on the phone, though. It was kind of interesting because I tried out for a state team, like an Olympic development soccer team. And somehow through that, I got invited to a different camp at Earlham College. It was put on by Umbro, but I got to talk to Yegley on the phone. It was kind of cool. But I've never been to Bloomington. That's right. That's it. Todd Yegley. That's right. How could I forget that? But I know he played there too.
Two local communities say they won't be merging. We'll have more on that at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Come on, back to the show. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. Got a story of a guy in Marysville, Ohio. He was arrested for abduction and disrupting public services after he took a car for a test drive from a dealership there with the sales associate in the car and refused to go back to the dealership. He had some errands to run. Went and picked up a friend at the local hospital, took them home. Now he's facing jail time. And I know that we have a lot of car dealer salespeople that listen to this show. I've heard from them before, and I thought maybe somebody's got a crazy story that they'd like to share. And we got Jeff in Dayton. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well.
I have kind of a flip on this story. I'll make it quick. I know you're coming up on news.
Sure.
I didn't steal a car. I'm not going to say the dealership locally, but I knew the salesman and the sales manager, so I wanted to buy to this dealership.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked around, and they had the vehicle that I wanted. They had it ordered in stock, or they had it transferred to their location. So they'd asked me to. I went for a test drive and stuff like that. That's the vehicle I wanted. Well, it was out of fuel, so they gave me a voucher to go up to Speedway. I think I got $7 in fuel for it, and they said, "I know this is the car you want. Try this one. Just test drive it." So it turns out I took 4 cars out for test drives where they were short-handed on lot boys. So I was the guy going up getting fuels on all these test drives. I didn't mind it, but the first car that I drove was the one I wanted.
Yeah.
Here, try this one. Hey, could you mind taking this one? Then after the fact, they told me what had happened. It's kind of a funny story. I didn't mind it, but
no, I got you. That's awesome.
I didn't steal it. I became a lot boy employee that evening.
Yeah. Well, what kind of car was it? Was it like a cool, fancy car, or was it just a run-of-the-mill car?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was a Jeep Wrangler.
Ah, see, that's pretty cool.
That's where the flashback came back.
Yeah. So I have a very kind of a similar story where it was all on the up and up. Years and years ago, Land Rover at Dayton used to be down on 725.
Yeah.
And they had a competition with all the local media personalities where if you could drive one of their Land Rovers, and they had like a little dirt track.
Yeah, they had that test track.
Yeah, and it was like a huge hill, and they were trying to show how the car would stay balanced on this hill. But they'd put this big bowl of water on the hood of the car. They attached it somehow onto the hood of the car. And whoever could get through that big hill with losing the least amount of water, you would get the use of a Land Rover for the weekend. Well, I happened to win. And now, if you know anything about Land Rovers, they go through gas pretty quick, and they also hold a lot of, it's a lot of fuel. I put about, 200 miles on that stupid Land Rover in 2 days, just driving it around and enjoying it. And I also put about $50 worth of gas. Now, I didn't steal it. Like you said, they said I could drive it, and there were no parameters. But I put a couple 100 miles on that thing by the time I returned it.
Well, I looked at them also up there, and you want to talk about a salesman going for a ride with you. You get there stuck on that hill, and they sit there and they talk to you about, you have no place to go.
Yeah.
You're up this 45-degree hill, and your salesman stops to talk to you about, the vehicle and what it can do and what it can't do. And it's like, you have no place to go. You sit there and listen to the fella.
That's right. you have to listen to the sales pitch. Yeah. All right, Jeff, I got to fly here. Thanks for your call, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Oh, yeah.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hey, I'm going to sound real stupid here. What did you say that tuna was? Ahi? Ahi. Is it? Oh, well, I'm going to tease it here. So hop on. But
Breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour. We'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now, who would like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. There is a restaurant down in Liberty Township called Ford's Garage, prime burgers and craft beer. They've got craveable supercharged bowls featuring honey chipotle chicken, ahi tuna, lemon herb shrimp, and the new Ford's Burger Bowl. Why am I bringing this up? Because I have a $50 gift card to give away. If you'd like to score this gift card, be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. Now, I've not been to this particular restaurant before, but Parker just told me during the break he's been there.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and what did you think? I mean,
it's great. It's been a while since I've been there, but it was great.
Yeah, it says let's see, they've got the fuel efficient fare menu, delivers big taste without the heavy lift. And you can find your nearest Ford's Garage at fordsgarageusa.com. And again, this one is located in Liberty Township. It's only like a half an hour away from here. That'd be maybe a nice date night for somebody. Why not? Just be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290, and you'll score that $50 gift card to Ford's Garage, prime burgers, and craft beer. Maybe you could take Parker with you. He could use a date. I might have a couple of extra. I could give you one, Parker, and you can ask somebody on a date. That might be cool. We've got a Kentucky. He's giving me a look right now. We've got some devil woman stories to talk about. Devil woman, she's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind. So this first story of a devil woman down in Florida. This happened, I think, late December. So I know I'm a little behind the 8 ball on this, but this happens at this time of the year. You know, I go on vacation for 2 weeks and I get all these stories just packed up miles high, and then I come in and I do the best I can to try to get through them all. But then we go off on some sort of crazy tangent, and I have to hold them over for another night or 2 or 3 or 5. And that's the case with this first one. 51-year-old Florida woman being held without bond in Manatee County Jail. She's accused. This is crazy. She's accused of shooting her first ex-husband at the front door of his house in Bradenton. Cops say the woman posed as a food delivery driver during the shooting. After the shooting, the victim's 15-year-old child told deputies she heard 3 shots and saw a Honda Odyssey drive off. Surveillance footage and license plate readers helped deputies track down the woman. They arrested her a short time later at her house, and during questioning, they discovered that the other ex-husband of hers had also been killed. When they arrived, they saw the woman exiting her house with bleach and cleaning rags to wipe down her Honda Odyssey. As they approached, they told her that they were there to speak to her about the death of her ex-husband, and she said, "Which one?" So apparently, and here's the thing, on the same day that she shot and killed her ex-husband in Bradenton, she apparently killed her other ex-husband in Tampa. 2 on the same day. That is a devil woman for sure. And then this one is in Memphis. A woman in Memphis, Tanika Ray, has been charged with attempted first-degree murder after she deliberately ran over her ex-boyfriend multiple times with an SUV. This was in southwest Memphis. A witness who pulled the man onto his porch for safety told cops he saw Ray in a black SUV making U-turns and taunting her ex, Arthur, who was injured and on the ground after being hit. The victim says she ran over him 4 or 5 times. Holy cow. Ray reportedly threatened to run him over again and then drove off and then hit a utility pole. She was identified by the victim and later found by police. Victim sustained several injuries, including 2 broken hips, a broken leg. My gosh. The woman, who has a previous arrest on 5 counts of aggravated assault, is in custody on $250,000 bond. Police believe she did not handle the breakup well. Oh, you think? Wow. That is quite the detective work there. Holy cow. And then this one I saw, this was over the weekend. This was down in Harris County, Texas. Authorities there charged a woman with aggravated assault following an altercation at a gym. According to police there, deputies responded to a 24-hour fitness location. Investigators said a 24-year-old woman recognized a person in the gym as someone her partner was involved with. So this woman's working out, lifting weights, and she spots another female in there lifting weights. Says, "Hey, I think you might be with my partner," or running around. The woman confronted the individual and threw a weighted plate at the person's head in an attempt to cause injury. Doesn't say how heavy of a plate. Not that that should really matter. I get that. But I'd like to know, how strong was she? Was it a 10-pound weight, 5-pound, 50-pound? I'm not sure I could fling a 50-pound weight plate. or whatever. But she was arrested and charged with assault, and she's her bond was set at $1,000. So yeah, a couple of several woman stories there. Now we've got this Kentucky man story, which I absolutely love. This, I think, might be one of my favorite stories of the day.
Did he get busted again? Full on Kentucky Fried Redneck.
This is wild country. He's a criminal.
I heard that they're calling him the Redneck Robbers.
We'll get him.
This is mass madness. This is Kentucky, my friend.
So, it's not unusual to hear stories about people trying to impersonate police officers. And usually it has to do, and the way they always get caught is that they're out in their vehicle. Maybe it looks a little bit like a police car. There are wannabes out there that drive around cars that, could look like police cars. And then they go out and they buy their own light bar kit, or they get one of those magnetic sirens that they can, slap on the top of the car like they used to do in Starsky and Hutch back in the day. And then they pull people over, and then they just harass them. They give them grief. They usually get busted when they accidentally pull over like an off-duty police officer. And they're like, "Who are you? Wait, what are you doing?" That kind of thing. Excuse me. I hit the mic off and it didn't turn off, and then it turned off. Anyway, but that's usually the story, right? It's like they're impersonating cops to do something nefarious, like really nefarious. Or lots of times I've heard this story where a male impersonating a cop will pull over an attractive woman and try to get her to give him her license so he can find out where she lives. And then, he stalks her or accidentally runs into her, or puts one of them Apple tags on her car, that kind of thing. That's not what this is. Okay. Cops in Louisville arrested a man who they say walked into an area gas station and flashed a fake badge to steal donuts and coffee. That's what he was doing. Cops say the suspect entered a Thornton's convenience store last week, picked up some donuts, poured himself a coffee, and as he walked out, he walked by the cashier and flashed a silver badge from his hip. It must not have been too convincing, because the employee immediately called the cops, and investigators identified the suspect and said this isn't the first time he's done this. So there's been some guy cruising around Louisville with a fake badge, ripping off convenience stores of donuts and coffee. Of all the things he could be doing, he could be out there trying to stop people who were speeding, right? In front of the I remember we had one story where a guy got fed up with the people speeding on his street, and cops weren't doing anything, so he impersonated a cop to try to stop the people from speeding. He'd stop them. Anyway, the suspect is a convicted felon with a lengthy criminal history and now facing charges for impersonating a cop and, of course, theft.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-O-double-D.
H-O-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Taco Tuesday. What are we having? Let's see. Mary's doing much better, by the way. She got her final tubes taken out today. So she's living large today. We are having chicken and cheese enchilada soup. Yep, homemade. Homemade. Yeah, she still can't drive. She can't. Her right arm, she can't. Her left arm, she can get up, but her right arm, she can't.
Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's News and Talk is WHIO. Depend on it.
Details on a deadly stabbing in Dayton. We'll have more on that at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
All right, we got to get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Wanted to give everybody a update on my wife, Mary. Talked about her surgery quite a bit here on the show the last couple of weeks, and she had another checkup today. She's doing wonderful. She had the last 2 tubes removed. It was fun to watch. But she had a double mastectomy on January 5th, and she's recovering quite nicely. So they're very happy with her progress. So there you go. There's the update. Also, Wing It Wednesday is in full swing. Now, tomorrow we don't have a show, which I'm going to talk to Parker about here in a second because we've got UD basketball. But Wing It Wednesday is a feature that we do most Wednesdays when we have a nonprofit come on the show to talk about the good works that they're doing. And it's an opportunity for them to come on. They get, they're on from like 6:35 until almost 7 o'clock. And it's just like a half an hour block of free promotion for whatever they're doing. It's valuable airtime. And all they have to do is bring me an order of chicken wings. That's why we call it Wing It Wednesday. So if you happen to be a nonprofit, and it doesn't have to be, like an event or a campaign or a fundraiser, whatever it is, like in the near future, I have people already scheduling for November and December of this year because they want to be on and they want the opportunity to promote their events. And look, there's only so many Wednesdays, right? There's only so many Wednesdays, 52 to be exact, I think. right? Yeah. Anyway, there's only so many Wednesdays, so you want to get in on it. So if you're a nonprofit, I got a couple of emails from folks today. If you want to be on, you've got an event sometime this year that you want to come on and promote. You may not necessarily have to have all the details right now, but if you know it's coming up, let me know. And we'll get you on the schedule. Send me an email at eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. Parker, we got UD basketball tomorrow night, right?
That's right.
They're at LaSalle?
They're at LaSalle. They have 2 games in Philadelphia this week, so I think they're staying over there.
Oh wow! Okay, so 2 road games back to back.
2 back-to-back road games in the city of brotherly love tomorrow night with LaSalle, and then St. Joseph's on Saturday evening.
Okay, cool. All right, so there's not going to be a show tomorrow night. I think the pregame starts at 5:30, right? Right. So we're just going to let Sean Hannity blather on for a half an hour, and then we'll have basketball. But then I will be on, of course, Thursday night and Friday night. So there you go. That's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. We'll have more tickets to give away for John Cougar Mellencamp. I don't think he goes by Cougar anymore. It's just John Mellencamp. At one time it was Johnny Cougar, then it was John Cougar Mellencamp, and then it's just John Mellencamp.
I'm sure he's all excited about his Hoosiers.
Yes, I'm sure he is indeed. But we'll have more tickets to give away for a show down at Riverbend. Also, another $50 gift card for Ford's Garage, Prime Burgers, and Craft Beer. That will be happening, of course, on Thursday. You can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com or many other podcast platforms. Have a terrific Tuesday night, and we'll see you on Thursday just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap.
We'll try again tomorrow. Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks.
All right, we'll see you next time.
So pull the plug already.
All right, everybody. See ya.